On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Path here at on the campus of the University of Minnesota, where tonight Iowa will take on the Golden Gophers, the University of Minnesota. I'm John Evans, ready to rock and roll here. It feels like it's been a long day. We had, because of the Minnesota-Penn State home football game, we had an early practice this morning. We practiced at 9:30 this morning. It wasn't quite that early. We practiced at 9:30 this morning, and so it was a little earlier than normal, and so a different time. So we had a lot of downtime in the hotel, but here we are, and a lot of action going on around the Big Ten, Nebraska and Wisconsin. All volleyball eyes across the country probably on that one. The Iowa State wrestling meet going on, so just lots of action going on. Tonight, a little bit different starting lineup for the Hawks. Joy Gallus at libero, your normal starter. Claire Amaral, Olivia Lombardi, Hannah Whittingstall, Jamie Marquardt, Gracie Gibson, and Michelle Urquhart will be the starters for the Hawks. Melanie Schaffmaster, Phoebe Owalea, Kalissa Minity, Lydia Grote, Alex Acevedo, Julia Hansen, and the libero, Zainab Palabiak. Iowa in black, Joy Gallus in white, the Gophers in white with maroon sleeves, Palabiak in a maroon shirt with gold sleeves. And we will get underway. Serve from Minnesota goes at Gallus. Good pass to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall right down the line. Palabiak digs it up. Schaffmaster to the right side. Big swing blocked. Marquardt. Amaral. Urquhart through the seam. Palabiak with another dig. Schaffmaster pushes it out to the left. High off the block and scores. Julia Hansen gets the kill from the left side. I mentioned the Iowa State wrestling meet. 14-12. Iowa leads 3 matches to go. Big news was the #1 wrestler for Iowa, Jacob Teemer. Oh, Schaffmaster hits Jamie Marquardt on a ball that was going to go out. It'll go as an ace instead, as Marquardt couldn't get out of the way. So Iowa had to forfeit that weight, but has come back now to take the lead with 3 weights to go. Serve goes over again. Gallus, good ball. Amaral, good back dump tip and scores. First point for the Hawkeyes. It's 2-1. That was Acevedo serving for the Gophers. Michelle Urquhart will go back for the Hawks to serve. Lombardi leaves. Dom Fills comes into the front row. Urquhart pops it over, actually pops it into the net. Service error for the Hawks. And then, as I mentioned, in Lincoln, Nebraska will try to continue their undefeated season, up 20-17 in the first. Palabiak serves it over. Dug up on the Amaral try, pushed out to the outside. That catches the back line from Hansen again. The Hawkeye pass was tight to the net. Amaral did all she could do to take a big, strong swing, but able to get chased down in the back row. Palabiak, 3-1. 4-1 Minnesota. She floats it at Urquhart. Good ball right on the net again. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Another high ball up in the air. Minnesota chases it down. Collision. Palabiak. Hansen tips it short and into the net. Coach Keegan Cook not on the bench tonight for Minnesota. The release was family emergency, so I hope everything's all right with the Cook family. Whittingstall serves it over for the Hawks. Good pass, Schaffmaster middle attack. Off the block and scores. That was Minity. My vantage point tonight is a mix between Wisconsin high and with Nebraska off the corner of the court. Grote to serve. Goes at Marquardt into the Hawkeye bench. Phils tries to keep it in play, can't, knocks down a chair. Couple aces for Minnesota here. It's 6-2. Grote, good pace again. Urquhart takes this one. Amaral, Gibson has to tip. Hansen gets a hand on it. Down balled over by Schaffmaster. Marquardt, Amaral takes a swing and scores into the one corner. 6-3. Amaral now back row, she'll serve. Claire pops it down the line. Palabiak takes it. Right side slide off the block. Garcia one-hands it. Urquhart, good set out to Phils. Off the block and scores. Freshman Phils with her first kill. 6-4 Minnesota. Amaral again, the left-hander. Fires it cross, just over the end line. Missed by about a foot. 7-4 Minnesota. McKenna Wooker in. That'll send Acevedo to the bench and send Hansen to the service line. He pops it right down the line. Gallus, good ball to Amaral. Gibson has to tip again. Schaffmaster one hand, Hansen one hand. Palabiak with a big platform across. Gallus steps in to take it. Amaral, better ball to Gibson, but this time it's off the block. Easy ball to Schaffmaster, slide. Dug by Amaral. Gallus in front of it. She'll push it out to the right side. Garcia. Good dig from Hansen. Palabiak, good ball to Wooker. And she sends it into the Iowa bench. 7-5 on the Wooker air. Olivia Lombardi back in, she'll serve. Goes right down the line, but a good pass. Schaffmaster dumps it, Gallus is right there. Amaral out to Urquhart, catches the corner. Hawks still trail by one, 7-6. Lombardi again, right in front of the bench, so she's right in the 5 corner. Hops this forward, goes right down the line to the 1 spot. Off the net, push to the left side, tipped, diving play from Lombardi. Amaral pushed it across. Urquhart tried to roll it, caught too much of it, sent it over the end line, 8-6. First Hawkeye hitting error of the match. Elise McGee checks in, she'll serve. It's right in front of her bench. Comes forward, pops it cross court. Lombardi off the net, Amaral. Gallus has to just platform it over as the missed connection with Gibson. Right side slide. Lombardi tried to get one hand on it. Couldn't get it up in the air though. Owole with the kill. 9-6 Minnesota. McGee again. Good cross, Lombardi. Amaral. Gibson tries to slap it long. Tries to slap it and misses. Just missed a little wide. Connection with Amaral and Gibson not on target right now. 10-6. Tried a few times and Gracie hasn't been able to take a rip at it. McGee. Lombardi, good ball. Amaral, right side behind Garcia. Easy dig. Push to the outside. Wooker's blocked. Covered though by Schaffmaster. Nice job. Wooker will take a rip again. The triple was there. Amaral gets the dig. Gallus. Garcia off the tape. Dug up. Back row attack. Dug by Amaral. Garcia steps in. Good ball to Urquhart. Sharp cross. Misses wide. 11-6, 4 in a row for Minnesota. Coach Barnes will call timeout. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives. For all of Iowa and beyond, visit uihealthcare.org. Good effort from the Hawks, just not able to finish the points. They heard about it in the scouting report that Minnesota was going to be a scrappy team. They're one of the best in the conference in opponents' hitting percentage. As you look at the team standings, Minnesota only allows opponents to hit 168 against them. So Iowa is always going to have to work. 11-6 here, Minnesota in the first. A.J. Ferrari beats the Iowa State wrestler at 184. Iowa leads 17-12 now. And we'll send Buchanan to the mat. Match Iowa's favored in. Nebraska takes the first set from Wisconsin, 25-21. Wisconsin and Minnesota played a thriller the other night. Wisconsin ends up winning in Madison in 5 over these Gophers, 20-18 in the fifth. So a great fifth set. Wisconsin was able to prevail. See if Iowa can come out of the timeout and stop the run. It'll be Lombardi, Gallus, and Urquhart to receive Elise McGee's serve. Gallus, good ball right on the head of Amaral. Outside to Urquhart, blocked, but out of bounds. Sailed over toward the up ref, and Iowa gets the important point there. Urquhart's second kill, 11-7. Joy Gallus back to serve now for the Hawks. Gallus pops it over. Diving play there from Thibault. Wooker has to tip. Gallus is there. Amaral, Garcia off the block and scores. Good tool there. Good timeout by Coach Barnes. Now it's 11-8. See if the Hawks can continue a little run here. Gallus a little more float this time. Thibault though, good ball right on Schaffmesser's head, tipped and dug by Gallus. Off the block is Garcia. That time she went high hands. She tooled off the side the last swing. That time she goes up and over off the block. 11-9. Garcia with a couple now. Freshman showing some fire too. Gallus pops it onto the back line. Thibault ducked away, hoped it was long. It was not. Timeout Minnesota as Iowa's ripped off 4 in a row, and it's now 11-10. Good answer there from the Hawks. When I was announcing all those other scores, I didn't mention Hawkeye football. Nice win for the football team as they traveled out to Maryland. Jackson Stratton, Caleb Johnson, the defensive gang gets it done, 29-13 at Maryland. So good job from Hawkeye football, banding together and getting a big win. And the Hawkeyes are bowl eligible. So sign up at hawkeyesports.com/bowl central to get game tickets, travel, and hotel info as soon as it's announced. Presented by Team Leaders, Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour. I know people were thinking playoffs and all of that fun stuff, but a trip out of Iowa in the winter to someplace warm isn't always a bad plan. So hang out with the football team, catch a game, and do some fun stuff. Speaking of someplace warm, Iowa Volleyball will spend Thanksgiving in California. We finish the season next week, headed to LA. Iowa plays UCLA on Wednesday, 9 o'clock, and then on Black Friday, USC to finish the season at 9 o'clock. So a couple more chances to listen to your Hawkeyes and root them on. Spend Thanksgiving in California with us. Gallus knocks the serve over. Thibault, not a great pass. Back row attack this time. Off of Gallus's platform. Julia Hanson with a big swing from the back row. Gophers stop the run. It's 12-10. Schaffmaster now to serve for the Gophers. Goes at Urquhart, tight ball. And that'll go as a back row setter as Amaral tried to go up and get it, couldn't pull it back. So 13-10 now, a couple in a row for Minnesota coming out of the timeout. See if Iowa can stop it quickly here. Schaffmaster off the tape. Lombardi, great pass. Amaral, right side. Garcia sends it into the Minnesota bench. Boy, game of runs so far. 14-10 now. Minnesota, 3 quick points. Boy, that was everything you wanted from Iowa. Garcia just didn't get the snap down. Schaffmaster. Lombardi. Middle to Whittingstall, and that powers home off Schaffmaster. Good swing there, 14-11. Kind of a had-to-have for the Hawks. Garcia heads to the bench. Jamie Marquardt comes in. She'll serve. Minnesota on top. Marquardt goes right down the line. Wooker overpass. Urquhart takes it. Amaral back out to Urquhart. Off Schaffmaster, off the coach standing on the sideline. 14-12. And that was one of the things in the Hawkeye scout. Jamie Marquardt is going to serve it. At McKenna Wooker again would be my guess. She stands right inside the end line. Right inside the sideline. Right back at her. Not a great pass again. This time it goes out to the right off Grote. Hawks can't quite get it into the air. Good swing from Grote from the left side. She scores. 15-12. Wooker leaves. And that'll bring Alex Acevedo in to serve. Wooker being consoled on the bench. Not sure what happened there. If she hurt something, frustrated. Acevedo at Gallus. Lombardi has to take second contact. Urquhart from off the net. Palabiak, great hands by Schaffmaster. Marquardt, Amaral, Whittingstall with an empty net. Great aggressive jump from Claire Amaral brought both hitters, Hansen and Awalia, and left an open net, 15-13. Wooker still being consoled on the bench. Urquhart fires the serve over. Passes off the net. Right side swing. Scores. Lydia Grote, great swing there. (16-13). Palabiak will serve. Great serve, Marquardt. Outside to Phils, off the block, and it stays in. Grote and Minity with the block. 17-13. Just caught the sideline. Palabiak floats it over. Urquhart, good ball. Amaral, Whittingstall on the slide. Right at Schaffmaster, and she gets the dig. All the way across to Grote. Dug by Urquhart. Amaral pushes over. Hansen tips it over. Gallus is there. Amaral swings. Blows up Hansen. Schaffmaster one hand, and that'll go as a back row attack. Schaffmaster did a great job to try to keep it on the Minnesota side of the net. Just couldn't quite do it. 17-14. Whittingstall. Good strong serve. Bad pass from Palabiak. Grote rolls it over. Urquhart diving play. Pushed out to Phils, who has to just slap it over. Uses Schaffmaster though. Palabiak, right side to Grote. Blocked on the line. Oh no! Just wide. Coach Barnes is going to use the challenge. I thought it was in, but I have a terrible viewpoint to see whether that ball hit the line or not. Buchanan gets the win at 197. Iowa has won the Cyhawk wrestling match or meet 21-12 with the heavyweight still coming. Big Ben will face Big Yonder at 285 in the heavyweight match. But its result will not matter for what team wins, but I know Ben wants to get a win. Speaking of heavyweights coming back, as I sit here in Minnesota, Gable Stevenson comes back for the Gophers. Not sure what all the clapping's going on. They're not showing a replay anywhere, so they can't see that. Oh, we've got somebody carrying around the blanket or the flag. We've got a decision over there. And the ball was in. Point Iowa. Iowa's first block of the match. Lydia Grote's first hitting error. 17-15 now as Iowa gets the overturn. All right, my eyes aren't as bad as I thought. I had that one right. Hannah Whittingstall to serve. Good strong serve. Great pass though. Right side, Grote will try again. Urquhart, Whittingstall with a good platform. Phils will platform it over. Palabiak, Schaffmaster. Little mini slide there for Minatee, and she slams it home. 18-15. Lydia Grote to serve. Pops it at Marquardt. Bad pass into the Hawkeye bench. Jamie's been aced 3 times. She's getting up on 1 foot. Needs to get that platform set. Grote's got a good fastball. She'll come forward again. Urquhart covers her up. Gallus, good ball out to Phils. Tips it, but Grote's right there. Schaffmaster all the way outside, and Hansen drives it home. 20-15, Coach Barnes will use his second timeout. As Iowa, after winning the serve-receive game against Northwestern, losing it here tonight, they'll have to find a little way to bounce. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. 20-15 here in the first. Iowa look to see if they can find one more charge. Good balance in the Hawkeye lineup. 3 for Urquhart, 2 for Amaral, Whittingstall, and Garcia. 1 for Dom Phils. Iowa hitting 125. They are holding the Gophers to 179. But Minnesota with 3 aces, Iowa with 1 and 2 service errors. So they'll need to come back on that side of it. Iowa State heavyweight with a takedown. Iowa with an escape. In Lincoln, Nebraska leads the second set 10-5 after taking the first 25-21. Iowa women's basketball in action tomorrow. They'll take on Washington State in Iowa City at 3 o'clock. Lydia Grote to serve. Good strong serve. Urquhart, good pass. Amaral middle to Gibson, off the block. Palabiak with the dig. Schaffmaster platforms. Hansen takes a rip. She's blocked, covered by Schaffmaster. Palabiak, another great dig. Off the block, nobody home for the Hawks. Just trickled into the 1-6 seam. Marquardt will leave. Garcia will come back in. The other really fun thing for Hawkeye Land tomorrow, Iowa women's soccer, Dave Diani and his squad will take on Virginia Tech. Winner goes to the Elite Eight. That game's out in Los Angeles, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Grote to serve. Sends it long. Garcia has to hustle out of the way. First service error for Minnesota, 21-16. Claire Amaral to serve. I think Iowa was in trouble here now. Claire just has to flat foot serve it over because they were in a bind. Slide sends it over from Minity as she launches it over. Now the Hawks will get the set. Hawks wanted to do a substitution, but he'd already called for serve. So as Amaral went to the sideline, she had to run back to the service line and just flat foot served it over. Hawks get the point though, 21-17. Jenna Meitzler in now to serve. Jenna fires it right down the line. Bad pass. Schaffmaster, giant high platform. What a swing. Gallus, bad pass. Urquhart from the back row. She's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Hawks steal a point there, 21-18. It's a great swing from Hanson as that ball was launched over out of bounds. Hanson did a good job to cut it in. Meitzler, good strong serve. Palabiak, not a great pass. Platform to cross. Hanson gets the triple. Gallus is there. Meitzler across. Phil's big rip. Palabiak, easy dig. Schaffmaster to fight through traffic though. Hanson on a tight ball. Wraps it down the line. Hawks are going to get in the air. Meitzler tried to just push it short. Caught the tape and rolled back to the Hawkeye side. That one hurts. 22-18. Oh, great play from Amaral on the serve thin to the tape. Phils sends it way over the line. Boy, that's one you gotta have. Hanson did it dirty on the tape. It rolls over. Amaral with a good heads-up play gets the pass, but it's 23-18. Hanson again. Gallus. Amaral right to get Garcia. Hanson with a great dig. Palabiak. Wooker, tight ball, tips it. Phils. Amaral. Urquhart chops it over. Diving play there. Outside Wooker, blocked, inbounds. Hawks get another block, 23-19, hanging around. Need Olivia Lombardi service run here. She pops it down the line. Hanson, good ball. Schaffmaster dumped it. Gibson was there and saw it, but just didn't press across. And so she pulled it down on the Hawkeye side, 24-19. Elise McGee will serve for the set. Lombardi, Amaral, Gibson tips. Schaffmaster. Wooker with a big rip. No, she tips it, Amaral. Gallus has to platform, goes to the right to Garcia. Dug by McGee. Schaffmaster platform to Wooker. Dug by Lombardi. Amaral fights through traffic, pushes it out to Urquhart, catches the back corner. 24-20, Hawks save one. Urquhart with 5. If the Hawks can get the Gibson-Amaral connection going, it's a little off right now. Gallus to try to keep the Hawks alive again. Thibault, good pass. Wooker blocked, but just out of bounds. Give Wooker the kill, give the Gophers the set, 25-20. A good competitive set, but the Gophers had a little too much and take set one. We'll take a break. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. I'm John Evans. Gophers take set one, 25-20. Competitive set. Iowa just couldn't push through. See what changes Iowa makes. I see Gabby Deary doing the exercise band and now getting her legs loose. So I would expect that maybe we'll see a Gabby Deary sighting, perhaps for Dom Fills. She's getting loose there. That'll maybe be an adjustment for the Hawks. Batista beats Keeter 7-2 in the heavyweight match. Iowa wins the duel 21-15. So the long streak of Iowa wins continues. In the land of Lincoln, 15-13. Second set, Nebraska leads. 9 blocks already for Minnesota. Whew. They are a big blocking squad, showing it tonight against one of the best teams in the country. Here, Michelle Urquhart leads the Hawks with 5 kills. Amaral, Whittingstall, and Garcia 2 apiece. Gabby Deary is definitely in. Got Malu Garcia in the back row, so she'll stay in and play her own back row instead of Jamie Marquardt. See what Iowa can do if they can. Got behind early, made a good comeback, then kind of got behind there in the middle to later portion of the set. Could never really push back. Minnesota hits 150 in the first set. Iowa, though, only hits 095. Both teams with 12 kills. Julia Hansen led Minnesota with 5. 6 digs for Joy Gallus already, 9 assists for Claire Amaral. Michelle Urquhart will start set 2 for the Hawks. Fires it over. Acevedo the pass, Grote from the right, sails it out of bounds. Hawks have their first lead of the match. Mickey again pops it. This goes with a float. Palabiak, good pass. Outside, right side swing. And that was Hansen. Good kill for her as she continues her hot streak. She's got 6. Palabiak back to the service line. Tied at 1 here in the second. Urquhart diving play. Amaral slide to Whittingstall. Blocked out of bounds. Hawks score. Crowd's excited because the ball was blocked pretty much straight down, but it went straight down onto the maroon portion of the Terraflex. Not good for Minnesota, good for Iowa. Whittingstall, top spin serve. Acevedo, good pass. Cut shot there out of Minity, doesn't get over the net. 3-1 Iowa. Iowa set up a good block. She tried to go kind of thumb down and go away. Just never cleared the net. Whittingstall switches over to the 5 spot. Serves it corner, ace serve Hawks. Second of the match for Iowa. 4-1. Hansen, Acevedo, and Palabiak. Great serve. Platformed over by Minnesota. Urquhart, Amaral, Gibson, covered, slapped over, Garcia. Amaral scores! 5-1 Hawks. Timeout Minnesota. Great start to the second set here for Iowa. Energy, excitement, and the lead. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments. From state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more, the Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. So strong start out of the Hawkeyes here in set 2. They lead 5-1. Creating some havoc on the Minnesota side. Urquhart with 5 kills, Whittingstall with 3, Malu Garcia with 3. Amaral with 10 assists, 6 digs out of Joy Gallus, 4 out of Claire Amaral. Gracie Gibson had a hand in both of the Hawkeye blocks. 6 kills for Julia Hansen, leads the Gophers. 11 assists for Melanie Schaffmaster. She also has 6 digs, well on her way to a double-double. Palabiak with 6 digs. Minnesota with just 1 block so far. Come back out of the timeout. 5-1 Iowa here in the second. Gophers took the first, 25-20. Whittingstall, good strong serve. Acevedo right on the net. And that'll be a Hawkeye point on the overpass as Schaffmaster could not keep it on the Minnesota side. 6-1 Hawks. Whittingstall, great serve. Acevedo, decent pass. Hansen with a rip from the left. Off the block, Deary, Amaral, Deary. Covers herself. Amaral, back row, Garcia. Got her feet right, but couldn't get anything on it. Grote, off the block, right into the empty Hawkeye court. 6-2, Lydia Grote with her third. She'll head back to the service line for the Gophers. Good run there for Hannah Whittingstall on the service line, though. Served aggressive, kept the ball in. Iowa's had trouble with Grote. See what they can do here. Urquhart, great ball to Amaral, and she swings and misses. Don't mind the aggression, just got to know where the court is. She'd come over to the near side here, so she didn't have as much room to work with. 6-3. Grote again. Deary, bad pass. Urquhart, good platform. Deary will run up, tilt it off the block, cover herself. Amaral, Garcia sends it over the inline. Boy, just self-inflicted wounds right now. Lets Minnesota back in the set. Grote, Urquhart, Amaral, low ball for Gibson, and she finds a way to score. 7-4 Hawks. Gibson's first. Meitzler will come in to serve for Amaral. Good crowd here tonight, especially for having the 2:30 kickoff football game. Not full, but it's a good group. Meitzler right down the line. Bad pass. Schaffmeister has to platform it across. Hansen goes through the triple block. Iowa did everything they wanted to do there. They knew where the ball was going to go, had the triple set up, and just couldn't stop Hansen. 7-5. Hansen with 7. She serves it over at Gallus. Deary platforms it across to Garcia. Easy tip, dug up by Thibault. Wooker dug by Urquhart. Dug it into the net though. Amaral kind of flinched at it after it hit the net. She had time if she got low, but just ended up kind of jabbing at it. Wasn't able to control the dig at all. 7-6 Iowa. Hansen again. Gallus, good ball. Amaral pushed it across to Deary. Off the block and scores. Gabby's first, 8-6 Iowa. Gabby leaves. Lombardi comes in. She'll serve. Liv punches it down the line. Diving overpass. Garcia slaps it right down. Urquhart slaps it right down. Thibault dove and kicked it back up right on top of the net, and Urquhart went up and finished it off. 6 for her. 9-6 Iowa. Iowa coming back in the serve-receive battle here. Lombardi, good serve. Acevedo, good pass. Wooker's blocked, covers herself. She'll get another try. Sails it long. Touch called though. Iowa says no. Iowa will challenge. So before we substitute, we'll have another challenge. Iowa challenged in the first set and was correct, so they still have 2 remaining. Tied at 19 in Lincoln in set 2. Nebraska 32 kills, Wisconsin 21. 5 service errors for Wisconsin, but the blocks keeping Wisconsin in it. Here we're tied at 17 in digs, or I'm sorry, in kills, 17 apiece. We'll see what that call is. Wooker again, as I mentioned, having a tough night so far, taking a lot of swings. Does have 3 kills now though, if you give her that one. But hitting 077 so far. I just think if these reviews take this long, you shouldn't overturn it, which would not be a benefit of Iowa right now. He's going to need to see clear evidence that there wasn't a touch, which is an interesting double negative proof, I suppose. Urquhart with 6, Amaral and Whittingstall each with 3. All the Hawkeye players immediately kind of did the handshakes. All of them, all 6. It wasn't just a, hey, I didn't touch it. It was, nobody seemed to think anybody touched it. We'll see if that matters. Still over at the table checking it out. As I mentioned, we'll head to LA on Tuesday. Get out there and have a match Wednesday. Spend Thanksgiving in LA. have a match on Friday against USC to finish up the season. There's been some improvement from the Hawks this year. And I know everybody wants undefeated and all that fun stuff, but there's been a lot of good positive things coming through. Just need to keep building the foundation and keep players, keep everybody bought in, keep building the culture. It's like we finally have a decision. It just looks like he couldn't, well, maybe. Looks like he says he can't tell. When he can't, that's the problem with what the call was on the floor. If he can't tell, he can't overturn it. So I don't know how you completely prove it. I mean, it has to be wildly obvious at that point. But in any event, 9-7 Iowa still leads. Elise McGee in to serve. She hops forward and fires it at Gallus. Good ball. Amaral pushed it out to Urquhart. Off the block, covered by Amaral. Lombardi back out to Urquhart again. Good sharp cut, but she's dug up by Thibault. Wooker, big rip off the block and scores. 9-8. McGee again. Good strong serve. Gallus overpass. Wooker hammer. Tied at 9. Whatever her distress was on the bench, that'll help you get rid of it. McGee. Gallus, much better that time. Right side Garcia. Wooker with the block on Garcia. It's 10-9. Minnesota's retaking the lead. Timeout, Coach Barnes. Boy, this was a dead gym 5 minutes ago. It is alive now. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement, living, and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Minnesota battles back now, takes a 10-9 lead here in the second. McKenna Wooker heating up. She's got 5 kills. Give her a block now. Come in bunches here on this rotation. Iowa's had a hard time getting out of this one with Elise McGee serving. Hasn't even been the power of the serve, just Iowa had a hard time getting the side out. Set point Nebraska in Lincoln, 24-22. Boy, a tough time for a service error. 23-22, Wisconsin subs in a serving specialist and makes an error. I'm John Evans back here in Minneapolis. 10-9 Gophers. Each team's used a timeout here in the second set. McGee to serve again. Gallus, bad pass. Urquhart will have to platform it across to Garcia. Sharp cut and scores. Boy, that's a good swing there. Took something off that one. Didn't feel like she had to hit the hard fastball. Tied it at 10. Joy Gallus to serve. Standing on the Minnesota logo, she pops 2 steps forward and fires it. Tight pass, Schaffmaster slaps it over and catches the line. Hawks talked about that in the scouting report. Boy, you gotta see that. It's exactly where she likes to go. Schaffmaster now back to serve, 11-10. Urquhart. Lombardi has to platform. Urquhart off the net. Palabiak, good dig, right side to Grote. Sails it long, no touch called this time, tied at 11. Malu Garcia will serve. Good serve from Garcia. Wooker, tough pass. Grote from the left side, dug by Garcia. Chased down by Amaral. Urquhart, good cut, scores. Dropped it to Palabiak's left. 12-11, Hawks retake the lead. Garcia is going to go right at Wooker again. Serve at 5-1, right down the line. Sends a float this time. Wooker off the net. Grote from the left, high off the block. Garcia can't quite chase it down. Good hustle there, but couldn't get there. 12-all. Wooker leaves, Acevedo into serve. Gallus, good ball to Amaral. Pushed out to Urquhart, through the block and scores. Mickey's got 8, 13-12 Iowa leads. Deary in for Lombardi. Urquhart to the service line. Urquhart right down the line. Bad pass. Oh boy, what a scramble. Palabiak, Hansen with a big swing. Dug by Gallus, back to the Minnesota side though. Look out, Schaffmaster. Hawks block it, and it's in! What a block! They block Owole, and Palabiak couldn't make the diving cover. 14-12 Hawks. That point was a mess on both sides. Hawks win the scramble. Urquhart, good strong serve. Acevedo, not a great pass. Hansen off the net. Blocked again! Amaral, Whittingstall. It's 15-12. Hawks doing exactly what they talked about in the scouting report. Making the offense predictable, gives their block a chance. Minnesota hitters are still good. They're still going to score points, but Iowa able to set up a block. Urquhart, fastball. Acevedo off the net again. Right side of Grote. Dug by Urquhart, overpass. Grote punches it. Garcia, Amaral, Urquhart from the back row. Acevedo pushed it across to Hansen. Out! Oh, touch called. (15-13) on the touch. Give Hansen the kill. Palabiak to serve. Floats it over. It's a good one. Urquhart. Amaral pushes it off the block. Schaffmaster. Palabiak. Grote from the right. Finds the seam. 15-14. If you tip, you just have to tip with a purpose. Palabiak off the tape. Whittingstall, nice job. Amaral out to Deary. No touch, tied at 15. Seen Gabby do that in practice. When she tries to really turn on that, kind of crank it down the line. Just a little over a crank. Palabiak trying to give the Gophers the lead. Urquhart off the net. Amaral back row to Garcia. She sends it well over the line. Couple of hitting errors, no Minnesota block. 16-15. Coach Barnes will use timeout as Minnesota on another run has taken the lead. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. 16-15 now here in the second set. Minnesota took the first, 25-20. And it's kind of the bug that's bitten Iowa every match recently, except for the Indiana match. 13 errors for Iowa, just 2 blocks though for Minnesota. So it's really Iowa doing it to themselves, not even making the other team play defense. Most of the balls have been out. I'm not even sure. I guess Meitzler's ball was probably called an attack error on the one she hit into the net. So if you're going to count that one, there's 1 ball in the net. The rest have been long or wide. So you've got some options there, but some of them haven't even been particularly close. Joy Gallus, after 6 digs in the first set, doesn't have any here in set 2. Look for that to change here as we get to the back half of the set. Michelle Urquhart, 8 kills. Emerald, Whittingstall, and Garcia, 3 each. Claire also has 14 assists and 4 digs. 4 digs for Urquhart as well. As I mentioned, Gallus has 6. Mala Garcia with 3. Julia Hansen has 8 kills. Wooker and Grote 5 apiece for the Gophers. It's really where they go is those 3 pin hitters. Everything else is kind of extra. Polabiak to serve. Changes direction, goes at Gallus. Whittingstall slaps it over, but Schaffmaster with the dig. Grote sends it into the Iowa bench. 16 all. Minnesota hasn't exactly been clean either. 12 hitting errors, 4 Iowa blocks. Whittingstall to serve. Good serve. Bad pass again. Polabiak, high platform across, but Hansen will platform it over. Urquhart uses hands. Emerald, Gibson. Polabiak, self-defense dig. Hansen, Grote, blocked. Whittingstall. Emerald misses long. Again, love the aggression, love the swing. You just can't miss. You've got an open net. You want the swing, make it count. 17-16 Minnesota, Grote to serve. Good pass from Deary. Amaral back to Deary. Blocked, covered by Amaral. Marquardt, Deary, Polabiak. Schaffmaster outside Hansen. Boy, when she gets the ball in rhythm, Iowa has not had a way to stop her. 18-16. Really, this is the danger zone right here. You can't let Minnesota get too far ahead here this late in the second. Urquhart. Oh, Deary took a false step. It made Amaral slow down. And unfortunately, then it falls for an ace. Iowa had been really good. Gibson will leave. Anna Davis will come in. This is more of an I don't have a timeout left, so I'm going to make a substitution. 19-16 Minnesota. Have to have a pass. No, you don't. Grote hits the Minnesota logo 10 feet beyond the end line. 19-17. Marquardt, I'm sorry, Meitzler in to serve. Garcia into the front row. See if Jenna can start a run. Acevedo, good pass. Middle attack off the block, dug by Urquhart. Meitzler. Deary off the court. She's dug by Hansen. Right side slide. The Hawks drag it down on their own side, give the kill to Minity. It's not pretty, but it's working. They don't try it very often. Deary just didn't get pressed across. 20-17. Hansen to serve. Hawks have to side this one out. They'll return with 2. Gallus diving play. Garcia platforms. Deary has to platform it over. Tight ball. Schaffmaster with the dunk. Boy, that was scouting report 101 right there. Coach Barnes talked about that. When it's right on Shaftmaster's head, she'll just kind of alley-oop it right over to left back. 21-17. Hanson. Gallus, much better ball. Amaral. Garcia, big rip, but she's going to get dug. Pushed on the slide again. Off of Amaral's platform, Minutee with another kill. 22-17. Gibson will come back in for Davis. Again, same concept. I think you've got subs to burn. Hanson, Gallus, Amaral to the right to Garcia. Sharp cross, misses wide. Again, 2 blocks, 15 hitting errors for the Hawks now. 2 blocks for Minnesota, 15 hitting errors for the Hawks. Hanson floats that one. Gallus takes it. Overpass. Hawks get it over but out. What was a tight set got out of control. 24-17 Minnesota. Hanson sends it over the inline. 24-18. Olivia Lombardi will try to give the Hawks some life by serving it over the inline. That didn't work out so well. 25-18, Minnesota takes set 2, lead the match 2-0. Took the first 25-20, took the second 25-18. Boy, tough go there for Iowa. It felt like it should have been closer and better, just didn't work out that way. Let's take 3 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawks, Peyton Sanford here. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa student athletes like me to support charities throughout Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. and surface and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Walmart.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Kirk Ferentz. Support Iowa's corn farmers by pumping up with Unleaded 88. Fuel your drive to the game with a clear choice at the pump. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, greener, and homegrown. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Let's go Hawks.
Welcome back to the PAV here on the campus of the University of Minnesota. I'm John Evans. Gophers lead 2-0, 25-20 in the first, 25-18 in the second. I was just glancing at the message boards during the break, and there was a lot of complaining about the challenges of getting in here. Again, the 2:30 football game, when we came in, and we obviously get here early, but when we came into the building, the football game still had 2 minutes to go, or they were at the 2-minute timeout, so still had some work to do there. But the traffic to leave, I'm sure, was a nightmare as people were trying to come in. So late arriving crowds, it's filled in nicely. Again, not full, but it's a good crowd. I almost forgot it. Shout out the not sure if you're an Iowa fan, heck, if you're a Minnesota fan and you're listening and you happen to come to a Minnesota sporting event, the Maui Wowie Smoothies. I spent time this morning talking to the owner as he was getting set up for the football game and the volleyball match here tonight. He was kind enough to take care of the manager staff and one of each flavors, but they're at all the Minnesota games, so highly recommend helping out the Maui Wowie smoothie guy if you're at a Minnesota sporting event. Top-notch product and top-notch fellas, so support that end of it. Teams coming back out onto the court here for set 3. Michelle Urquhart leads with 8 kills. Amaral, Whittingstall, Garcia, 3 apiece for the Hawks. 14 assists for Claire Amaral, 7 digs for Joy Gallus, 5 for Urquhart, 4 for Amaral. Amaral, Whittingstall, and Gibson participated in a couple blocks. Julia Hansen leads everybody, 9 kills. Wooker, Minity, and Grote, 5 kills apiece. 20 assists for Melanie Schaffmaster, 9 digs as well. 6 digs for Kate Thiebold, 9 for Zeynep Palabiak. Kills to 20, Minnesota leads. Minnesota hitting 225, Iowa hitting 067 again. Sure, that is self-induced pain. Acevedo serves it at Lombardi, bad pass. Pushed over by Gallus. Hansen. She is hazardous out of system. It's really just a rhythm question for her. If Iowa has to push it over, it's bad news because they're going to go to Hansen and she's going to jump in good timing. 1-0 Minnesota. Acevedo. Gallus takes a good ball. Amaral pushed it out. Urquhart dug by Acevedo. Palabiak. Hansen dug by Gallus. Amaral takes the easy set. Urquhart sharp cross, but Hansen with a dig. All the way back across to Hansen. She's blocked this time. Iowa got double set on it. That was Rosa Vesti with the block. So Vesti in for Garcia. Good block from Rosa and Whittingstall. New Zealand's finest, Rosa Vesti. Gallus punches it over. Acevedo off the net. Right side, Grote. Dug by Lombardi. Amaral will platform it all the way back across. Urquhart running swing through the block. Acevedo. Schaffmaster outside. Hansen tips. Urquhart's there. A lot of traffic. Vesti will get her swing. Dug by Schaffmaster. Palabiak. Look out. Grout. Blocked. Covered by Vesti. Whittingstall. Vesti forgot to get out of the way. And made second contact. Great dig. Looks like she was playing short court with Cody and I before the match. You don't get to touch it twice. 2-1 Minnesota. Palabiak. Oh, that was almost really dirty. Hits the tape, sits there for a split second, then rolls back onto the Minnesota side. Service error. The fourth for Minnesota. We're tied at 2. Marquardt comes in for Vesti. Jamie punches it over. Acevedo, good ball. Middle attack. Hammered down by Minity. 3-2 Gophers. Lydia Grote to serve. Iowa's had all kinds of issues with her at the line. Marquardt, bad pass. Platformed across. Urquhart inside the court. Blocked over onto the Iowa side. Urquhart off of Palabiak. Grote from the back. Dug by Marquardt, but out of bounds. Minity took that off the face. We're going to get just a wellness check on her. She might be bleeding. Again, hit her right in the face. 4-2 Minnesota. Talking to the trainer still. Good deal. She seems fine. I don't know what it's like to jump that high and get hit in the face with the ball coming over the net. I could perhaps get hit under the net, but there's no way I'm going to get hit over the net. Grote to serve. 4-2 Golden Gophers. Gallus. Good ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. All over the end line. No touch. 5-2. I sit up here in the rafters. I was looking at the banners in front of me. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Grote to serve again. Lombardi, okay pass. Slide to Whittingstall, has to tip. Palabiak, on to the Iowa side. Amaral out to Urquhart, off the block. Minnesota's in the net. Schaffmaster called in the net. Hawks get the point on the scramble. Still trail 5-3. So Deary in. She's going to hit from the left. Michelle Urquhart to serve. Nikki pops it. Just long. Acevedo. Right at Acevedo, and she's able to duck out of the way somehow. 6-3. Didn't miss by much. And Hansen drops the serve right in front of Urquhart. Ace number 5 for Minnesota at 7-3. Yeah, Minnesota's only, since 1999, has only missed the tournament once, back in 2014. Same spot. Urquhart got more on it, but that wasn't a good thing for Iowa. 8-3, back-to-back aces for Julia Hansen. Timeout Iowa. They'll try to put a peg in the Minnesota run. Express Midwest is Iowa's locally owned and operated ground transportation specialist who have served Iowa City for more than 37 years. With a selection of chauffeured black cars, limos, sprinters, and buses, they have solutions for all of your transport needs. Check out their website at expressmidwest.com. Now, Iowa had shown some decent signs of at least fighting the serve and pass game to a standoff, but Minnesota there at the end of set 2 and now here early in set 3 has really started to put pressure on the Iowa serve-receive game. 6 aces now for Minnesota, just 4 errors. Iowa 2 aces and 4 errors. Minnesota hitting .228. You're probably okay with that if you're Iowa, holding them to that number. You're out blocking them 5-2. But again, Iowa 17 hitting errors. Minnesota just 2 blocks. So That's 15 balls flying in a lot of places you don't want them flying if you're Iowa. Coming back now out of the timeout. 16-14, middle of the 16-15 now, middle of the third set in Lincoln. Wisconsin needs to win to extend the match. 8-3 here. Iowa needs to win to extend the match. Urquhart, another bad pass. Gallus, long platform across to Deary. She takes a swing. Palabiak with the dig. Schaffmaster across to Wooker. She tips. Marquardt. Deary, good transition. Slapped over. Urquhart, Marquardt. Deary's blocked, and Gallus can't get the cover. Tough spot for Deary there as she had no transition as the ball got pushed back out to her. So no explosion on the jump. So Marquardt's going to leave. Jenna Meitzler's going to come in. So Jenna's going to set from the back row, and Claire's actually going to hit. Bad pass, Deary. Claire takes a rip. Misses long. 10-3 Minnesota. I don't mind the idea. Just Iowa, no chance to really think about what they're doing here. Hansen, good pass. Meitzler, Whittingstall slaps. Minnesota slaps it over. How does that not get called? I think the up ref made a business decision, called the attack on Minnesota as he went over and attacked Meitzler, or she went over and attacked Meitzler's set. Because the other ball sure looked like it came outside the antenna, but again, I have a terrible view for that. Whittingstall slaps it over. Thibault, middle attacks, hammered home by Minity. Boy, she's been good. She has 7 now, 11-4 Minnesota. And Elise McGee, the other server Iowa hasn't had a good response for. Doesn't have any aces, but she's been at the line a long time. Good float, Urquhart, Meitzler, Deary. Hits the antenna. Kind of mentioned that before. She just kind of turns the crank on that. Cranks it too far. 12-4. Floated over, Deary, bad pass. Gallus uses hands, goes to Deary. Timing's off, McGee overpass. Hawks push it to the floor though. Not sure if that's going to be Deary or Gibson. 12-5. Vesti in for Meitzler. Amaral will serve. So Hawks running 6-2 now. Doing it with Amaral as a hitter. Overpass, pushed over by Meitzler. Hawks push it, or I'm sorry, by Schaffmaster. Hawks push it back over. Slide. Owoleas blocked. Dug by Amaral. Then on the next swing, Rosa from the right. Sails it long. No touch, but the Hawks will challenge. The Hawks will use their second challenge, and they're going to lose it based on what I just saw on the replay board. Maybe the players can hear something, because they immediately called for a touch. Didn't look like it on that video replay. 13-5. Iowa just not getting answers from a pin not named Michelle Urquhart right now. Amaral's tried. Malu Garcia's tried. Gabby Deary's tried. Tom Phils has tried. Rosa Vesti's tried. Hawks just struggling to turn points. Mickey hitting .318 and then a negative, an .091, a negative .118, a 0, a negative .167, a 0, and a negative .500. Now Rosa could change here with an overturn. If Coach Barnes is wrong, though, he will be out of challenges. He'll get one in the 5th when Iowa forces that. 21-16 in Lincoln. Nebraska looking for the sweep. They have been on a tear. As I mentioned when we did the match the other day, 23 match winning streak and it only lost 7 sets. It's almost like SMU made them mad when they beat them. So this is the opposite of the last time Iowa challenged and lost, as Iowa was looking to say there was no touch, couldn't overturn it. This time they're looking to say there is a touch and get the overturn. Looks like we're done. Looks like we're going to get the touch call. Rosa Vesti gets the kill. 12-6. And Amaral will serve again for the Hawks. Claire floats it over. Schaffmaster off the net, pushed it outside Wooker, dug by Gallus. Amaral, middle of the floor, out to Deary. She's blocked, covered. Back to the Minnesota side, though. Schaffmaster, back row. Hansen too hot to handle off Amaral, 13-6. Grote back in for Thibault. And Schaffmaster back to serve. Schaffmaster runs it forward and fires it. Catches the end line. Gallus and Urquhart separated, hoping it was long. It was not. 7th ace for Minnesota now, 14-6. Iowa have one more dig deep in him. Schaffmaster, Urquhart, good ball. No, not a good ball. Overpass, but a great block there from. That's 4 contacts. Wooker went up on the overpass, slammed it right down into Amaral. Hawkeyes played it as that was a block, and it was not, as she was a back row setter. So as Iowa run through the rest of the contacts, it made for 4 contacts. So 15-6 Minnesota leads, and Iowa will use their last timeout here of the 3rd set. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. So this set has been all Minnesota. Boy, that attack error for Gabby Deary is she set the ball. I'm not quite sure. Not sure why she gets the attack error there, but I suppose she didn't get it over. But interesting statistical anomaly, I suppose. Hawks hitting negative .095 here in the set. 3 kills, 5 errors. Michelle Urquhart, 9 kills, 7 digs, and an ace. Amaral, 3 kills, 15 assists, 6 digs, and 2 blocks. But Julia Hansen, 11 kills, hitting .333. She's got 6 digs, 3 assists, and 2 aces as well. Calissa Minity, 7 kills, a dig and a block. Lydia Grote, 6 kills, 3 ace serves, a dig and a block. Melanie Schaffmaster, 3 kills, 25 assists, an ace, and now 10 digs, so double-double for the senior. Wooker leaves. She's been battling a little bit of an injury, I think, and so Not sure why stressing her out here. Urquhart, Amaral, Rosa Vesti from the left. Good swing, but dug up. Grote inside the floor. It's off the net, but the Hawks couldn't make the dig. 16-6. Got Vesti hitting left and Deary hitting right. So I was just trying to shake anything up here. Knocked over at Urquhart. Bad pass. Urquhart from the back row goes into the net. 17-6. All right, find a pass. Get out of this rotation. Urquhart, good ball. Amaral, Gibson, blocked, covered by Gallus. Amaral, good strong set across to Vesti, blocked out of bounds. Minnesota thinks it was in. They'll challenge. Their first challenge of the match. I don't mind challenging, but boy, they are slow here on the challenge. Looked out. That's a long ways away to me. And I have been completely wrong on nearly all of them that I've looked at so far today. Wooker's now behind the bench. The trainer, working with the trainer. Yeah, she's not going to rejoin the team there. She's going to stay behind the bench. Not getting any treatment right now, it doesn't look like, but are talking to her a little bit. And a ball was called in. I'm going to stop guessing because I've been, I think, exactly the opposite nearly every time. 18-6 now, Minnesota. Give Vesti the hitting error instead. Minnesota's third block, Schaffmaster. Urquhart, Amaral, Deary from the right. Palabiak with the dig. Schaffmaster back row attacks, tipped over, dug by Amaral. Gallus backpedals, will get Vesti a swing from the left, eye off the block. Palabiak, two-hand shove. Schaffmaster, Grote, easy dig for Urquhart. Amaral, low ball for Vesti, too high of a tip. And that ball sails long from Grote. 18-7. Deary leaves, Lombardi in to serve. Pops it over, bad pass from Acevedo. Grote, dug by Lombardi. Amaral dumps, push back over. Gibson, good set out to Vesti on the right. Dug by Acevedo. Back row, Hansen. Gosh, she's been really good from there. Grote will leave, Lauren Crowell will come in. Acevedo knocks it over. Gallus, Amaral, Gibson tips. It's a beauty. 19-8. Joy Gallus to serve. Good strong serve. Acevedo, bad pass. Schaffmaster platforms. Hansen. What a sharp cut there. 4-4, thumb down. She'd been hitting fastball, fastball, fastball. That time hits the changeup. Skylar Gray comes in to serve, the senior from Maple Grove. 20-8. And that's just dirty. Ball hits the tape, rolls 6-7 inches along the top of it, and then drops on the Hawkeye side. 21-8 on the ace serve, the 8th of the match for the Golden Gophers. Lombardi, good ball to Amaral, middle to Whittingstall, one-handed dig, Shaftmaster. Good swing, dug up by Amaral, Gallus. Vesti from the right, good push, but dug up by Acevedo. Hanson misses long. (21-9). Meitzler will come back in for Vesti. She'll set. Amaral will hit from the left side. Meitzler pops it down the line. Bad pass from Acevedo again. Hanson tips, and it's a beauty. The set took her inside the court. The Hawkeye block followed her in, and she tipped it right into the 2 spot, right on the line. Nowhere near the Hawkeye back row. 22-9, Lauren Crowell to serve. Left-hander fires it over. Gallus, Meitzler, Whittingstall. Catches the slide, catches the cross court, 22-10. Thibault in for Kroll, Deary in for Lombardi. Urquhart to serve for the Hawks. Mickey, good strong serve, good pass. Right side off Minity, dug by Amaral, Meitzler, Deary. Dug by Gray. Hanson tried to sharp cross that one and missed, 22-11. Urquhart serves it up, big floater. Thibault off the net. Hanson tips, pushed up in the air. Gallus, Amaral off the block and scores. 22-12. Michelle Urquhart, 9 kills, 8 digs. Fill one in that ace column, Mickey. Drops it over, but Shaftmaster platforms it outside. Hanson, 2-hand push. Deary, boy, not a good ball. You get a free ball, and you short arm it right into the net, basically. And then when Amaral did the second touch, she was in the net, 23-12. Tough break there for the Hawks. Acevedo, Urquhart, outside to Deary. Dug or covered up. Deary will get a try again. Couldn't cover herself that time. Match point, Minnesota. Hanson. Urquhart. Meitzler. Whittingstall slaps it out of bounds. And that'll do it. After 2 fairly competitive sets, Minnesota dominates set 3. Takes the match 25-20, 25-18, and 25-12. Hawks have 24 hitting errors. Minnesota has just 3 blocks. Barnes will not make it up to my post up here as we are a long ways away. And I will wrap up quickly. Michelle Urquhart leads the Hawks, 9 kills, 8 digs, and an assist. She hit .261. Claire Emerald, 4 kills, 16 assists, 10 digs, 2 blocks. Hannah Whittingstall, 4 kills, an ace, a dig, and a couple blocks. But the Hawks hit 0-18 on the match. Just couldn't get consistent offense, couldn't get out of their own way. Too many of their own errors causing the problem. 15 kills for Julia Hansen. She hit .312. She had 3 assists, 2 aces, and 6 digs. The only thing she didn't do was get a block. Calissa Minity and Lydia Grote each had 7. Melanie Schaffmaster, 3 kills, 28 assists, an ace, 11 digs, and a block. So double-double for her. Polabiak with 15 digs. Alex Acevedo with 10. So just solid Minnesota defense. Minnesota 39 kills, Iowa 26. 36 assists to 24. Minnesota 8 aces to just 4 errors for Minnesota. 2 aces, 4 errors for Iowa. 53 digs for Minnesota, 42 for Iowa. Iowa did win the block battle 5-3, but wasn't nearly enough to take care of the match as Minnesota handles Iowa in straight sets, 25-20, 25-18, and 25-12. Back in action Wednesday of Thanksgiving week at UCLA, 9 o'clock Iowa time. And then Friday we'll finish up the season still in California, 9 o'clock Iowa time at USC. Appreciate you listening tonight. Hawks got a couple wins today. Football team, wrestling team didn't get it done here on the volleyball court. Tomorrow, root on the women's basketball team and the women's soccer team as they look to set another round of history as they try to make the Elite Eight. As the Hawkeye women playing some great soccer right now. Fun team to watch, fun group to support as well. So Hawks fall here at the PAV in straight sets. I'm John Evans. Really appreciate you listening. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Sunday. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar. Go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.